do you then like want people to love you the way that all the hoe girls love you? Because they
Not
come
the
at you and
whole
come on.
girls. Ooh.
Welcome. Welcome to the Singles Mansion, first edition, first season.
Whoa!
But I think that's gonna stick with them.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Just because you're talking loud,
I
don't
want
make
to know,
it.
is it nothing or is it something?
Look, can I-
If we're really going to maximize the year 2022 when it comes to our money, when it comes to just this year and period, if you are in debt, you have to get on a proven plan to pay off your debt. You know, a lot of people know. A lot of people come for me sometimes. I don't finance things. I don't finance cars. I don't use credit cards. The only thing that I am okay with financing is a mortgage, is a home. I am still a Ramsey follower, a Ramsey believer. I believe in no debt. I believe in ownership. I believe in freedom. It feels so good to wake up every single month on the first of the month, and the only thing I have to pay for is my mortgage and insurance and your regular life bills that everybody got to pay for. It feels good. I don't have to, when the phone rings, I'm not hesitating to pick it up because it could be a bill collector. It feels so good to go to my mailbox and I can go there every single day and not be worried that I'm getting collection bills inside the mailbox. It feels so good that I can go on vacation, that I can travel around the world and not worry about, oh my gosh, I'm going to spend this money when I should be spending it on this. No, debt robs you of your future. When you're drowning in debt, you think about it. You're moving forward, but you're worrying about your past. You're walking into the future, but your past is holding you back. The Bible says that the borrower is slave to the lender. And when it comes to maximizing this year, I want you to maximize your time and to make sure that you are paying off and eliminating your debt. And you have to get on a proven plan that will help you eliminate your debt. And the best plan in the world, I'm gonna say this one more time. The best plan in the world when it comes to eliminating your debt is Financial Peace University. Financial Peace University is inside of Ramsey Plus, and I'm going to drop that information below. And I'm telling you right now, if you're single, you need to get into it. You and your spouse need to get into it. You and whoever need to get into it. If you are in debt, you need to take Financial Peace University. It is the best plan that walks you through step by step on how to get out of debt. But Anthony, I have student loans. Isn't that good debt? No, no. Well, Anthony, I got a credit card and, I'm paying it off. No. Okay, listen, get out of debt. I get it. OPM, use other people's money. I get it. I'm not knocking people who use credit cards. I'm not knocking people. I can't knock them, I think that there are different ways to building wealth. Let's be honest. There are different ways to building wealth. I choose the debt-free way. I choose delaying some of the things that I want, so that way when I do get it, I own it. I choose freedom. I choose options. I choose financial peace. I choose financial freedom. So, Anthony, what's the first process when it comes to eliminating debt? Let me tell you, you got to know how much debt you are actually in. Okay? You have to know how much debt you are actually in. One of the very first things when I really took the debt-free journey seriously is I actually pulled my credit report. I went to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I pulled my entire credit report, and I wanted to see what was all in there. And I did just that. And then what I did is I actually came over to an actual sheet of paper and I wrote down the creditor's name, the amount, and the number. Back then, I had collection items. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I called them and said, hey, what amount will you accept to settle out this amount? Some of them said, hey, you gotta pay in full. And some of them said, hey, we'll accept this amount if you paid in full. And so I literally wrote down all of it, everything. Okay, this was my student loans. This was my car payment at the time, my credit cards at the time, even money that I owed my parents. I'm gonna be real with you. I owed my parents some money. I wrote that down. I owed some friends some money. I wrote that down. I even had furniture bills. I wrote that down. I even had a little loan when it comes to putting stuff into my car. I put like 212s and some stuff in my car. I wrote all that stuff down. Anybody who I borrowed money from, I wrote it down. And I attacked that debt. And when I attacked that debt, I learned all the skills from Financial Peace University. So when it comes to attacking the debt, okay, here's some things. As you're taking Financial Peace University and as you're allowing Dave and the amazing personalities over there to walk you through this journey, here's some practical things you should be doing. And I want to be honest with you. Number one is you need to take on an extra job, all right? You need to take on an extra job. I call it get you a side hustle. There's nothing wrong with you getting a side hustle, all right? If you're working 8 to 5, cool, great. 6 to 10 is your way to get out of debt. All right. 8 to 5 is going to bring you some finances. It's going to pay your bills. 6 to 10 is going to help you eliminate your debt. Get out there and drive for Uber Eats. Get out there and drive for DoorDash. Get out there and pick up a part-time job, maybe delivering from FedEx or maybe delivering from Amazon. Get out there and, hey, it's the wintertime. Depending on what area you're in, get out there and shovel some snow. Get very, very creative on how you can eliminate debt. Now, listen, man, I'm learning this myself personally this year, is that, online is where you can make a lot of money at. If you got some education, some skills in here, create a course. Go sell you a course. If you got some knowledge, man, get on Instagram. Figure out a way to where you can get online and utilize the tools that you have to generate some extra income. Right now, you got people who are making millions of dollars of creating a course that is actually productive for the people. You got people generating money from tutoring online. If you got an education, if you got a degree and you're not utilizing that degree, get online and tutor, okay? Figure out some ways you can honestly make some extra income. Go back to the number one thing I told you, which is have a vision, have AKA a budget for your money. Look at that budget, right? Cut down on some things so you can create some margin. Use that margin to go towards eliminating your debt, okay? This goes down to cut your expenses as much as you can. Now, how do I say this? I want you to enjoy life, but for a season, you may feel a little pain, okay? For a season, you may need to cancel some of those subscriptions, okay? I have Hulu. I have Netflix. I have Disney Plus. I got nephews. I got a niece. Okay. So when they come over, I need them to have different options. But for a season, I didn't have that stuff because I was eliminating my debt. So when you can cut $5 here, $10 there, $6 there, when you can cut all this stuff up and all this adds up to maybe $200 a month, that's going towards eliminating your debt. All right. Stop eating out as much. All right. Cook at home. Get on a meal plan. Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Go pick up 99-cent hamburger helpers. You got to get creative because if you really want the financial freedom for a season, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. And then when you get through with that season, you can get back to the things that you really want. I have Spotify and Apple Music, but I'm no longer in debt. When I was in debt, if I was in debt, then I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have that stuff. Because one of the main reasons why we do not hit our goals, our financial goals, we don't accomplish our vision is one, because of lack of vision, the lack of direction, and the lack of determination. And the last one is the lack of being and the lack of willing to be uncomfortable. You see, some of us, we don't want to be uncomfortable. Some of us are like, well, while I'm paying off the debt, I still want to be able to watch this. I still want to be able to go here. I still want to be able to do this. Well, no. Don't allow your comfort zone to become your kill zone. You all know how I roll. Don't allow the very same thing that is keeping you comfortable be the very same thing that delays you from eliminating your debt. Don't allow you keeping all these subscriptions. Don't allow you not be able to cut this be the very same thing that prevents you from getting out of debt. It bothers me when I hear people say, hey, oh my gosh, man, I I want to get out of debt, but I'm still going to take my girl out to date. I'm still going to take her to Ruth Chris. I'm still going to take her on a trip. What the is your problem? What? Listen, let me say this. Single people, rock with me here for a minute. And you're not going to like what I'm about to say. And it's all good. Because this year is about maximizing our single season. This year is about maximizing the year 2022. The last 2 years, I've been very big on, I won't spend no more than $50, max $100 on the first date. And I still rock with that, right? But let me tell you this much. If you're drowning in debt, you need to get creative with dating. Okay? Brothers, listen. You don't have to spend $100, $200 when you go out on a date with a woman. Show this woman that you're focused on stewarding your single season. Show this young lady who you're dating that you're focused on stewarding your money and your finances. Okay? Get creative when it comes to dating. Check out free events and turn a free event into a $1,000 experience. Get creative. Go cut some roses from somewhere. Make her feel like you paid money for it. Do some walk in the parks. You know what? Go on Groupon. I'll say it right here. I got money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in debt. But let me tell you right now, I've impressed several ladies with a Groupon date. And I never told them it was from Groupon. I never told them I only spent like $10 to get these tickets. But it was about the experience. It was about the memory. Don't fall into this trap that you have to spend all this money when it comes to dating. Ladies, don't fall into this trap that you need to put on the red bottoms and, make sure you get a brand new wig or make sure you get something real nice to impress this man. No, your priorities are your priorities. And any man and any woman that doesn't accept the fact that you're focused on bettering yourself for your future spouse, for your future family, is not the man or woman that you need to be with. Bottom line, I know we crack jokes on Applebee's and, these other restaurants. So listen, man, if that's what your budget is, be proud and you go there. If you're doing that for a season, there's nothing wrong with you doing that for a season, okay? And I'm gonna be real with you. Applebee's, sometimes their drinks be on point. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with doing that, okay? And when it comes to eliminating debt, one of the key things to make sure that you're eliminating debt is you're using cash and you're not using credit cards. Is that you're using cash and you're not financing things. Is you're eliminating financing things up front. I know some of y'all saying, Anthony, I love my rewards, my reward points. I love my cash back. Listen, I hear you, but you're not getting over the credit card companies, okay? 80% of you are watching this right now living paycheck to paycheck, and you're the one with the credit card. You're the one saying how I'm only using it for emergencies. I'm only using it so I can get reward points. I'm using it so I can have a free vacation. No. You're living paycheck to paycheck right now. Aren't you sick and tired of that? Aren't you sick and tired of waking up and you have to go to work because you're drowning in debt? Aren't you ready to get into that season of, hey, do I have to do this? Some of you all have the vision of launching a business, but you can't afford to go launch the business because you haven't been stewarding this season correctly, and you have to have a job. You have to have a guaranteed paycheck because you're drowning in debt. Eliminate your debt. Build your emergency fund so you can really go do what God has called you to do. Okay? Get out of debt this year.